Oh, so, yeah, that's what I was going to say. All right, so the next thing is, we talk about terms like hypertension or hypotension, which means high blood pressure or low blood pressure. And in our society, we're particularly concerned about hypertension. It causes damage to the walls of the arteries. It causes damage to the heart with our afterload issues. It causes damage to the kidneys, which we'll talk about down the line. Probably causes damage to the liver. So high blood pressure is a particularly egregious problem. Now, there's many ways that we calculate blood pressure, mean arterial pressure. There's all kinds of different components to it, and you'll see in your textbook there's just tons of information on this subject. But if you narrow it down to two factors that pertain to blood pressure, it's these. Your blood pressure pertains to two different things. First, there is the volume of blood in your circulatory system. Now don't overthink this one too much. This here we're looking at, I'll come back up front. What we're looking at here, this system is a closed circulatory system. And there's a few reasons why that's a huge advantage for us. It's very evolutionarily advanced. But inside of these closed vessels are 5 liters of blood. About 5 liters of blood. However, under certain circumstances, your volume of blood might go up a little bit. Would that increase or decrease your blood pressure? Increase, right? Don't overthink it. More volume in a closed container means more pressure exerted against the walls. And of course, if you were able to get your blood volume down a little bit below 5 liters or whatever is your typical number, then that would decrease your blood pressure. So the first factor for hypertension or hypotension is blood volume itself. Now there's 2 reasons why you might have a change in your blood volume: hormones and nutrients. We have covered hormones in lecture already, but I will say that the big players here would be things like aldosterone or ADH. Those would be the big ones. As far as nutrients, what's the one nutrient? You may know this kind of just intrinsically. It's true. What is the one nutrient, the one food that you can take into your body that will raise your blood pressure probably? Not iron. Sodium ion, salt, NaCl. So a high salt diet actually does increase your blood pressure. It actually does, because your body doesn't have any common sense about absorbing sodium. If you eat salty food, it's all going to go into your blood, and you may recall the dictum, where sodium goes, water follows. So when you absorb sodium, you're also taking that water in. That increases your blood volume, that increases your blood pressure. That's how it works. The second factor is blood vessel diameter. And this is the basic concept of vasoconstriction or vasodilation. And there's only one part of the body that I can think of that really contributes to this, and that would be the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system. When the fibers of the sympathetic nervous system release adrenaline, noradrenaline into the system, it actually causes the blood vessels to constrict. Do you think that that raises your blood pressure or lowers your blood pressure? What's it, Joseph? It raises it. That's right. So vasoconstriction will raise your blood pressure. It's kind of like that concept of you have a hose that's kind of dripping water down and blubbing water down, and then you want to water something that's further away but you don't have anything left of the hose. So you take your thumb and you stick it over the mouth of the hose, and it causes the water to squirt. It's because you've taken a large tube and you've made it smaller with your thumb. So when you make a diameter smaller, it raises the pressure.